Welcome back to Iron Archery Outdoors. We're going to take a look at a new product here. Not super new, it's been out for a little bit, but new to me. I was looking to upgrade the old Pine Ridge archery arrow spinner here that everybody's seen. Okay, I mean, it's got a couple things that I didn't really totally like about it. I mean, I wanted something a little more sturdy. The other thing, if you do notice on these that the blade or the rollers are the same, oriented the same on both sides. So when you spin it, your arrow walks out one way. Is it a big deal? Not really, but it's just kind of something that I've kind of noticed and kind of bugged me a little bit, I guess. But the other thing is you know, it's never like perfectly flat. Yeah, you can just put your hand on it, spin it, no, whatever. But I wanted something a little more universal, do more things with just one, whatever. So I am gonna check out the new OMP FlightDeck arrow spinner and square. It kind of caught my attention when it came out, because it looks well built, well designed. Looks like it's got heavier duty rollers on it. And hopefully there's not wobble in it like the Pine Ridge one is. They got some wobble in the rollers. Just a little better tolerances, I hope. So we're going to find out. So we're going to unbox it here. And mind you, it is pretty light. I mean, it's got a little bit of weight to it, but it ain't bad. You know, not that it really matters. But it says it's made out of 6061 aluminum. So whatever. So we're going to check it out. Screws, directions on how to put it together. Pretty self-explanatory as far as that goes. Yep. So in this little bag here, it's got 4 screws, which mounts your bracket for your spinners to the actual platform. It's got a little wire brush for cleaning the internal of your shafts, if you're, for gluing them in and stuff like that. So that's nice. It's got another little piece. Apparently they're 22 caliber cleaning brushes, and this other little one where you put your cloth in to clean, the carbon dust and stuff out. Q-tip works too, but you can use that, whatever. But the one thing I did notice too, okay, I also have an ASD flip arrow square that I've used for several years. Works good. But it comes with little stick-on like sandpaper kind of deals, whatever. If you know what I'm talking about, you've seen them. But this one kind of caught my attention because it looks to be like a little carbide. Or not a carbide, but like a little diamond plate. So that kind of caught my attention, which that's really cool. So, dive into the rest here. Open this up, the platform. So, first impressions on this is very clean looking. It's cool color. Pretty well built. It's got a little rubber base on the bottom, so it's kind of like a it's got a little stick to it, so it doesn't just slide all over the place. So that's nice. Well thought out. Mind you, these things aren't the cheapest either. So, I mean, if you're just kind of a person that kind of builds a couple of arrows here and there, it's probably not worth investing in one. But being I build a fair amount of arrows and stuff like that, felt like it was kind of worth to have it. At least test it out. If I don't like it, get rid of it, right? Okay, so in here are the little rollers. So they're definitely heavier duty than the Pine Ridge. They come in their own little thing. Nice, very well designed out. I really like that. And they do spin very smooth. There's not near as much wobble in these as there is in the Pine Ridge one. So that's hats off to that. That's cool. The other one. So one of these is longer than the other one, as you can see. So this one goes on the side that has the little pocket right here. Okay, so this will be the side that your little diamond plate goes on to square arrows on. So I am going to get that stuff out. Try not to lose the screws. Put that there. Probably do, yeah. So your black screws will go to the outside. And the other thing, you can't really flip these around either. I just noticed, I've just kind of thought about this too, is your actual bolt pattern on the bottom is wider. So you can't really mess that up. Obviously, the skinnier one goes on the skinny side, your big one goes on the big side. So it'll be something like that. Okay? So we're going to do, flip it over, probably figure out what size of this we need. I'm going to start with a 7/64. Yep, that's the one. Put that on there. Just barely snug that one a little bit. The other one in here. If I can get it in there. Okay. So as far as this is going so far, the threads feel good, so that's good to know. There's no burrs in the threads or nothing. So that's always nice. I hate things that have burrs and threads that are brand new. To me, it's a real it's kind of a real takeaway on as far as tolerance and stuff goes. And just quality inspection. When you're spending money on good stuff, quality inspection is very overlooked, in my opinion. I've worked in heavy plate steel fabrication for several years in the past, and I noticed things where other heavy plate steel shops did not notice or would catch or require, and it kind of really kind of annoyed me, really. But that's besides the point. But it's just something I always look for. It's just quality of the little things is what makes good products. And so far on this, things are looking really good. Tolerance has been pretty good as far as fitment, a good clean finish. Stuff fits up nice as it should, clean edges, well thought out, well designed, I guess. So, as far as that goes there. I'm pretty darn sure that sits all the way in the bottom, like that, like you show. So we're going to take our little, it's got a little adhesive back on it. We're going to take that off. It's a pretty good sticker. I don't have much for fingernails, so it's kind of tricky. Okay. It's a pretty good adhesive on here, so don't drop it on the floor. And I'm going to do my best to kind of eyeball that up the center. Stick that on there. Press her down nice and tight. So, that is on. So, I got an arrow here. One that I built up with the arrows I just built a few days ago for my 2025 3D arrows and for my tack that I'm going to in Michigan in August. This is my spare one. I say spare one, but this is the one I built up for my bear shaft for that set of arrows. So yeah, spins really well. The other thing I noticed too, with the Pine Ridge, if you have it in here, and if you spin it too fast, it'll get a wobble and then it'll settle. So that's one thing you gotta be careful with this Pine Ridge one, is you gotta do it really slow. Otherwise you'll notice a wobble because these wheels kind of flop. But what I noticed with this one, the arrow rides in it really true. Obviously you don't need to do it that hard, but no, I'm very pleased with it. Works really well. So, and I do have an arrow here. Just one of my little cut ones I use for setting knock heights and stuff. This one's long enough. Of course, my little vanes are in the way. I'll do the back of this old bear shaft here. Let's take this knock off. I always check the both ends when I square ends too. Of course, this one's really good because I already did it, obviously. We're going to see how this one guy works. Set that in there. Gotta make it hard with that wrap on there. These vanes are just kind of peeled off. We'll use this one. See how this one is. I think these are squared too. That was really close. It could go a little bit though. Don't press as hard. So it's also got some kind of goofy stuff up here. Some leftover glue a little bit. So it's kind of sitting in there funny. But definitely cook carbon off. Definitely did its job. I think the other thing you can do too is just set it in here like this and rotate it from the backside. That's the way to do it. Yep. Just hold it back here, butt it in, keep a hand on top, spin it back here. That works out better. It works out good. Yeah, it does a really good job. I like the carbide. That'll definitely last longer than that ASD flip will. We got two knocked off. Yeah. So, as far as that goes with that, the new OMP arrow square and spinner, I'm happy with it. Oh, another thing I didn't touch about. Up here, it's got three little threaded spots right here, 3 holes. I'll show you what that's for. So these little attachments that I had here for cleaning the inside of your arrow shaft, they actually thread in here. So it's got a little holder for them. So that's really cool. That way you never got to go looking for them. You just stick them in there. Another clever idea. Thought out. Little details make good products. I like that. That's cool. Like that. So, to me, if I was to base it out of 10, I would say probably 9. 8 or 9. Two things. is in the groove here where your arrow sits. I would like to see another notch out here where you could spin here. Would be kind of nice. The other thing that I would like to see is in these little trays or somewhere on here have 2 mounting holes where you can fixate it to something on a bench if you just want it to be in a certain spot or whatever. But it's not the end of the world. Obviously, it's just aluminum, so you can just drill your own holes if you wanted to. But I really do like the rubber on the bottom. That's really nice. It sticks really good. Doesn't just slide around. Actually grips really well. So I got a nice clean table. It would stick really good. This is just ACX plywood. So it's got like a rough sand to it, but yeah, it actually sticks really well. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's a very well thought out product, very well built. I think it does its job very well. So that's my review on the new OMP October Mountain products. Their arrow, square, and spinner. So if you've had any questions about these, hopefully that answers a few questions for it. And yeah, so hunt hard, shoot straight, keep on keeping on.